Sometimes you gotta be American.
Cody, that was classic. That was as good as anything when he said, "Why don't you say that they racist from the beginning if they said we guilty?" When Eve said that, that was a good point. Eve, he was cooking today because the vice president wasn't VPing for that long. I thought he was the vice president of the Trade Channel. I'm gonna leave that. Anyway, though, but look, as far as the girl goes as well, like even that, you know what I'm saying? Many people are pressing on up. So I even did a video just now because Katie got mad black friends. Katie got a whole room of black people in her house. I gotta bring up the screenshot and show y'all. Yo, black people are online defending Katie. They not Miss Dixie daughter. They defending Katie. They said, nah, them people will give you the shirt off their back. They go to Three Rivers with us all the time. I gotta show you the image with Katie.
Yeah, but that don't mean she ain't break that little white boy hard though, and had that little white boy in his feelings. And while she over there hugged up with the strong masculine black boy, the black boy hugged up and got a cradle, painting on them little cheeks, leaving a little red mark. Boy, they goddamn me.
Cody, I'm not arguing that, Cody, because when I did the videos before Bart just came up and lawyered up, before Bart just came out and said he's suing content creators for pushing out a narrative and allegations that's accusing him of being involved with Nolan's unaliving, he done hired the guy from the Mississippi Tribune to represent him, and they going after content creators. Anybody, they say, even if you saying a legend, we don't care. We coming at y'all this ain't about money, right? I'm like, maybe Katie could have had some jungle fever. Maybe she got jungle fever.
So man, you know, Katie, what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know what it was.
I know, but it seemed like Katie was with the yoo-hoo and the chocolate milk from the Ritz.
Yeah, they running interference and shit. They running interference for their homeboy. Their homeboy really the one in love with her. They running interference, but shit, she crushing on my boy. My boy, a little young suave debonair player. He keep himself smooth. And she crushing over there. And he peeped the vibe before they leave the island. He hugged up with her, kissing her in the mouth and painting on them little cheeks. And man, they ain't liking that shit. Man, you know these Mexicans around here in Texas don't want you with their sister. You could be their best goddamn friend and he know you're a good dude, boy. He don't want you with his sister, boy.
Cody, you ain't never lying.
Bro, I can't argue there, bro. I can't argue there, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
One of them boys probably trying a bunch of white friends into white enemies. Date their sister.
But Bart saying it ain't him. He said, I don't know Katie. It's a picture circulating. I'm gonna find the images so I can show you all these images. Yo, there's a picture circulating online with Bart, one of the guys in question, and he's with a girl. And they said that everybody ran out to say he was with Katie. But Bart said, listen, bro, I ain't never even known Katie. Besides him saying he was in Wyoming, supposedly, because he played football in North Hampton, he go to college. But he said, I never known Katie. The first time I ever seen Katie was here at Horn Island, bro. Like with Nolan. I don't even know her. You know what I'm saying? So did Katie have something going on with something else? I don't know. I think it's all shady. I think a lot of these things are shady. What's also shady is that, you know, they did this multiple times, like go to Horn Island. So this wasn't the first time they went to Horn Island. And when they go to Horn Island, they actually spend a night at each other's house, like somebody's house, and then they leave together and go to Horn Island, right? So even like how the mom was saying, like, yo, she went through the Snapchats and all of these things and couldn't find no evidence, no videos, no pics, no nothing, when her son always take pics and videos, right? So even when Officer Tatum was getting pressed yesterday by Nancy Grace, which I had to talk about, like, he like, you know, I went to the island and it really wasn't service like that, so I don't know if you could upload. He never said if he tried to upload or not. That's one thing. Because we know that when the boys was on the boat, they actually had some service at all because they made the call over water. You know that when it's over water on land, you're going to get less service. But when over water, you get damn near no service over water. It's hard to get service over water. That's just a fact, right? But now Officer Tatum says when he spoke to the boys, the young men, whatever, he said they actually was showing them pictures and videos from the night before because, you know, they sleep at each other's house. He said they started showing them pictures of them chilling, drinking. They was chilling, whatever the case may be. And he don't know why the mother was saying, but the mother said that she doesn't even see no videos from the day before, no pictures, no nothing. She don't see anything. Not no Snapchats, not no Insta, not no TikTok, not no nothing, and no pictures and no videos from the night before while he was spending the night by the friend's house. So that just seems very
Hey, older. You know what I don't really like though, big dog? I don't like that throat didn't show up to the second autopsy dude, right? See, I don't know how that shit going now, but I'm thinking all the body parts should have made it to the second autopsy.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But that shit not to show up.
Hey, let him land.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay. PZ ain't going. My question is, who was the female voice on the boat? Because if it's Katie, there is no way she was on that island with Nolan. Damn, that's a great.
They speculating. And
it was like
Katie
two
said
female
she got to ride.
Too.
Katie said she got to ride back.
It was two female voices. Not only that, they Tatum kept showing the video of the boys about to get told there's nothing but boys on the boat. Where were those two girls at? Where was those female voices at? We heard the female voices in the background,
but they never got told, did they, Sharon?
There's something going on.
Tatum's not acting in an official capacity, is he?
Give me.
Yes, he is. He acted in an official capacity.
No, hold on. So is he acting as an official cop on this case?
No.
Okay. The reason why
he's putting himself as he is.
Right. So the reason I asked is he's saying he interviewed all these people and he saw no reasonable belief that they did something wrong. But as somebody who's not an official officer, what obligation do they have to tell you the truth at all? Why do they even care about what your opinion is?
Man, he's talking to them little boys like they homeboys already, like he been knowing them for years, like they friends and shit, already acquainted. He ain't no pressure being applied in them bullshit ass interviews. He, from the clips I done seen, I ain't watched the dude or no shit, but I seen clips. He ain't just applying no pressure. He really on some friendly shit and trying to prove their innocence.
That right there was my point. If he already has, because keep in mind, if he was moving as a cop, he couldn't go in with a bias. But because he's going in with a bias, he's not being honest about he's not applying pressure. Anybody who's been in front of cops, we've had pressure put on us. Why is it that in this case, we don't see any pressure? Thank you, Cody.
What photo was this?
Katie. This is at Katie crib. This ain't Photoshop, bro. This is
that should look Photoshop like a mom. She put herself
in
there.
This is at Katie crib. I can show you both.
That's all the black people in the city.
Bro. This is at Katie crib, Sunday by Dixie House.
Uda. Katie looked like she chew on straws, bro.
Well, she was chewing on Nolan allegedly. I don't know what happened.
Sure, you ain't no kind of shit.
Oh, Uda, can I ask you a question? Because I missed something. I do apologize. So what is this photo establishing to you?
No, this is because a bunch of black people have come out on Facebook. So I could skip through and show you what's going on. A bunch of black people have come out on Facebook to defend Katie. You know what I'm saying? People are defending her. Look, and Katie has also been to 3 Rivers and 8M party with our family too. And that don't mean she ain't. Look, the people is outside talking for Katie. So this, look, us at Katie's house, straight black kids. She never been that tight. They think that she is. You know what I'm saying?
Katie's the eater.
We got you already know they eat. They know that people eat. But I'm just saying though. But look, right? Look,
I ain't lose the eater.
Look, they said, damn, well, they know damn well that they not talking about that, Katie. The whole family will give you the shirt off their back. You know what I'm saying? This is on Facebook that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? People are coming out defending her.
Hey, but let me ask you a question, big dog. Was people coming out like accusing Katie of being like having something to do with the actual action or whatever, or were they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't think that though.
Yeah. People are saying that. You know, remember because they said that Katie was the last person to see Nolan. So in his final hour, she was the one that was with him. Even though Katie's maintaining that the boys said that he was going back on the boat with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm,
So she's
mm-hmm.
shocked or surprised that they even left him. You know what I mean? And I think she ended up getting a ride back. I think her brother or her sister or so, I think they facilitated a ride back on one of the boats for her to get back to the dock. You know what I mean? So even in this, Katie ended up speaking on one of these messages as well. She ended up responding to some of this as well. So, you know, she's getting a lot of hate. Like on one of these messages, even in this Facebook post, people are like, you next. You know what I'm saying? They got like 100 marshmallow. They bugging you next. So a lot of people are getting unaliving threats. You know what I'm saying? Not just Katie, Nolan Wells and Wansley family, Warren family, even his mom and stepmom, Ashley Cole, who's a judge. She was saying that even her little children, the small children, besides the son, the small children is having unaliving threats as well. You know what I'm saying? So many people are getting threats on all sides, even people that's content creating. Even the woman that just came to do remember, there's a woman that enhanced the audio. She's an audio engineer. She's a professional audio engineer. She was just doxxed, bro. They just doxed her and brought up her criminal past, bro. She got the orange jumpsuit on and all that. You know what I'm saying? So she came out to speak. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna show y'all I'm gonna show y'all. You know what I mean? But I just show y'all Katie message. Where Katie message at real quick before we go? Look, this is Katie right here. Katie said, what's understood, because they said, and another thing, I'm standing behind Katie McCormick, and I understand that y'all don't know her, but me and 1,000 other of us being melanated beings, look, have literally slept, ate, and partied at the McCormick house. And don't forget, that's Dixie Child. You know what I'm saying? So this person went hard, Mary Paul.
So let me shout out to PZ ain't going. PZ ain't going. That's a question, not speculation, bro. Who are the female voices?
No, I agree with you there, man, because I know I heard one say, "Is he dead?" I heard a voice that said that. That's
I heard the same thing.
I heard that, bro.
Wow.
But shit, they trying to say they added the voices in on that shit and shit, though. I'm like, man, these people so dangerous, man.
Check on that boat, bro. There was a check on that boat, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was Katie or not, but you know, it most definitely was a chick on that boat. In my own opinion, allegedly, you say, but in my own opinion, I think that it was a girl on that boat. And they saying that we might have confirmation.
That's another great point. This is another great point, Uda. PZ ain't going. And we heard the voices, but not one female witness has come out and said anything. That is an excellent point.
Yeah, her parents told her to lawyer up.
Peasy, they were fluent.
Obvious.
Peasy. They coming from doctors and judges and
fluent. And with PZ ain't going, PZ's keeping his channel going today, and we need $15 more to reach the goal. Shout out to PZ ain't going.
Yeah, I think they all done said something. They just all saying that they didn't see him and they don't know he didn't get on the boat. That's all of them story they trying to stick to, right? I don't understand how you drown on an island with 1,000 or more people on it and nobody saw you drown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody now all of a sudden TMZ coming out to say that they got 2 witnesses that seen Nolan on the island after the boat left, which is mad weird to me. Where they popped up from. Now I'm saying we dealing with people that got money though, affluent people. They come from your pops is big surgeon, doctor, your mom's is judge. Like a lot of these kids, doctor, judge type vibe. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them at least. So I think, and then a lot of people saying, speculating that, you know, as far as Bart goes, you know, Bart is supposed to be going to the NFL. He come from a long legacy of football players and a bunch of other stuff like that. Because you see, you know, one day that people were saying that Bart was involved and he was with Katie, which Bart came out to say, his lawyer actually came out to say, Mr. Latino came out to say Bart never knew her. That's the wrong girl. That didn't even Katie in the picture. The one day they made the video, bro, the next day Bart said he's suing content creators and it's not about money, period. So it goes to show you how people is playing on that side of the fence, even though he's saying that he's getting some unaliving threats based upon that video or all the videos that people have been doing on Bart. But look how Bart's playing. Bart's not even joking. You know what I'm saying? Bart came out one time and lawyered up one day. You know what I'm saying? In one day. He didn't wait 2 days. So
one day.
It goes to show you what's going on. And that's why even like Officer Tatum, I think that he's doing things because I think he want validation from white people. That's just my own thought about
Yeah,
it.
he running interference. He running interference, man. Eating dangalang, eating the world longest glizzy.
Yeah, he glizzied out. You know what I'm saying? So I think
He
he is
will.
too. Because I don't understand why he would be saying some of the things. And it seems like even on Nancy Grace's yesterday, he was saying like, you know, I'm an officer, so I want to get the bad guys. But it seems like if there was a bad guy, the bad guy would be in the bunch that you just was interviewing. And it seems like he's already crossed over the line to be on their side already, which he's want to be validation by white people because his content alone, he's always kicking in the backs of black people. So it just goes to show you that that's already there. But yeah, it just seems like maybe he could have been paid off too, man. Because look, man, people got money, bro. Listen, man, we can pay you something right now. Allegedly, I'll say allegedly. But you never know.
Let me also shout out to Titan Wise getting us over the hump. Salute to shout out to Titan Wise with the 15 ball to make sure we reach our goal and then we can extend the show further out. Thank you so much. Shout out to Titan Wise. Salute to you.
I personally don't understand the vitriol that Officer Tatum gets. Yes, I don't agree with a lot of things that he say. I really don't. But the comments that I'm hearing about him that he's he doesn't like black people. He's sucking the blank of the other folks he's doing. That's just so crazy to me. Just again, I stand on this. No one can have an opposing thought of the same race. That is crazy to me. This man is getting eviscerated because of his opinion, and he does have experience as a police officer. He might be wrong based on what y'all just said, just based on the evidence alone. Take the emotion out, the phone call, the female voice saying, is he dead? I get all that. It doesn't look good for him. I get it. But to tie all that in and to make Officer Tatum out to be a damn coon and all this stuff that I'm hearing, that to me, that's just crazy and totally unfair. Yes, he made some outrageous statements. The boiling water incident was justified. He's a fool for saying that. Granted. But all the other things, a lot of things that he says, he's not, I mean, he's bringing up valid points. He has to ask the question. You don't have to agree with the questions he's asking, but damn, that doesn't make him a coon. That's all I'm saying.
When you always take the other side, ain't never got nothing
I had to do an autopsy
positive to say about your own people. You dick eating. I don't give a damn what you say, Otis. Shit, this motherfucker ain't never seen nothing positive that black people can do or have done or doing at the moment. He is always the negative. Man, you dick eating.
That's period. That's period, bro. I see it just like you, Cody. So that's a fact, bro.
I got you. Bro. Hey, I got you. Hey,
that's a fact, man. You know what I mean? You never want to see nobody in a light. You never want to paint us in a good light.
Shout out to Dahlia Senegal with the NOK 100, which is, I believe, it's $10. I'm not sure what is the NOK. I don't know what currency that is. Salute to you. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. We really appreciate it. I believe that. Whose side is that? Otis or Udas? Salute to y'all. Support your favorite streamer.
Salute, man. Yeah, man. Look, even this is the doxing of the audio engineer. Look, she came out and got doxed over me. They put her mug shizzies up, bro.
And they've been trying to say that she like added voices in the editing or whatever. So you know they trying to shit on her name out the gate and don't know her. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can read to what she said, though. This is her response to it, though. She said, "This will be the only time that I address this. I've never hidden my past, and I've never denied it. The misdemeanor charges on my record are more than 20 years old, and the people who truly know me have known about them for years. Those records do not define who I am today, the work that I've built, or the person that I've become. They also do not prove that I committed any crime. Plenty of people like me are incarcerated right now for crimes that they did not commit. Attempting to discredit someone by digging up decades-old records instead of addressing the substance of their work is a tactic that I've expected from the very beginning. It doesn't change why I'm here. I also want to be very clear. I don't want anyone attacking, harassing, or engaging in personal battles with anyone on my behalf. That only creates more division, and that that's not my focus. My focus has always been one thing: justice for Nolan Wells. The questions surrounding this case deserves answers, and they deserve a thorough, transparent investigation. That has not changed. To everyone who has supported me, thank you. Your encouragement, thoughtful discussions, and commitment to seeking the truth means more than you know. Please continue to stay respectful, stay focused, and don't get distracted by the noise. And the conversation should remain where it belongs. What happened to Nolan Wells? His family deserves answers, and that is where my attention will remain. Reading Rainbow, I can.
I see you, Oda. They said shooters couldn't read.
they bug him. Boy, I taught myself to read.
I'm telling
I
you.
ain't never been on phonics.
Gee,
The purple
got
book
my
and
boy.
the brown one.
Yeah, but you know they like did the same thing to Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? They did the same thing. They do the same thing once the law shoot a brother in the back or in the neck on side the road. They say what he did in the past and not what he was doing right now today, right? See, they because he wasn't breaking no law, they just killed him. But they'll say, oh, the boy had a warrant from 4 years ago that they ain't know he had the warrant till after he was dead, though.
Nasty work, Cody. Most definitely nasty work. You know what I mean? I just think that it's more, even like the throat being missing, that's a whole nother thing, like you were saying about Cody. They saying like, you know, besides decomposition, like when the body starts to decompose, you know, they can't really prove whether, I don't know if they could prove it or not. It's going to take further analysis for them to understand if he was, you know what I mean? Or anything like that. We do know there's a discoloration beside on the back of his head. There's a discoloration that's there. Some people saying, oh, that's just how the body was, but the body was floating upwards. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like that. You know what I mean? So there's some speculations there. We understand that they said that they're not going to even release the throat and all of that other stuff until they give it to a grand jury. So that means that they already decided that already. The county, Jackson County, whatever the county is, they decided that as well. They were saying like you can't tell. Depends, especially with the decomposition that was happening. It's going to need further analysis to know whether, because when you drowning,
let me ask you a question real quick.
Water in, look, when you drowning, coach, and you take water in, your throat spasms. Pause, but you start to spat. Those things as well leave a trace, like you was being. You know what I'm saying? It kind of leave like a similar trace, even when you spasm it and taking in water. You know what I mean? So they're trying to determine what the hell is that about, but they're not even going to release any part of that until the grand jury actually get that in their standard in cases that are not like car wrecks or stuff like that. You know,
that's what I was going to ask you.
Before you go, Cody, Wanda, you are not my favorite, but you are. LOL. Shout out to you, Sharon. Thank you so much, Wanda. I'm working on that. I'm gonna work on that number one spot. Shout out to PZ Ain't Going. Right after Cody say what he got to say, he got a question for you, Otis. Otis, how do you define a raccoon?
Well,
Otis, how you define a coon?
Man, I'm a mature 55-year-old man. I'm not going to even dignify that with an answer. Stop it. Move on.
Why not?
Respectfully.
That's what you did the hell. How do you define a coon, homie? Like what happened?
He said they don't exist.
I'll say this. I don't believe Tatum is a coon. I'll say that. Now you make that up. You take that as how you want to take it.
Okay. I don't know. I think he just, I don't
know.
But
that's why they want you to define it.
I'm good.
Do you believe that is such thing as a coon?
Of course. Most definitely. But I don't believe he fits that description or that definition.
All right then, but so can you give us if you don't want to define it, can you give us an example of one?
That's a better question. Do I know a coon? Do I know of a coon? Not offhand. I haven't smoked my marijuana yet. I can't think of one. And
You
I'm
don't know
not
one coon?
I'm not trying to be funny. Not really. I mean, okay.
You don't live near a park?
Let me ask you, who? I ain't hear you.
You don't know one raccoon?
Okay, well, we'll say this. Okay, let me ask you a question, but I'm not trying to be funny. Name a coon that you think of is a coon, and then I let you know if I agree with you or not. And that goes for anybody on the panel. You tell me a coon, and I'll let you know if he a coon or not, in my opinion. He or her. Go. Anybody.
Besides Officer Tatum.
Besides Officer Tatum. Right. Great point.
Besides him, because that's a coon that's right here in my pocket. Right here. Popping out.
Jagging about.
Another one besides him and me. Because I know some people probably think I'm a coon. So take him and me off the table.
I wouldn't call you a coon. I wouldn't call you that.
I wouldn't call you that. I'm talking about
I think it's traits and behaviors that people display. I don't know. Because you're trying to defend a point or you're trying to see something objectively or however you're seeing it, I don't think that makes
a sovereign citizen can't be a coon.
I don't think that makes you a coon, notice. I don't think so. But I'm just saying.
But again, no one's answering my question. That y'all asking me a question, but nobody's answering my question because I was being honest. I don't know of one off the top of my head. I'm being honest. I don't know. But name another one besides Tate. Name another one besides Tate, and I'll let you know if I agree with you or not.
Okay.
Go.
Hold on. I just had one in my mind too.
Okay, the same.
Hold on. And we on YouTube. It's too many coons on YouTube. The chat about to fill it up. I ain't got to think about it out in Earth. On YouTube,
come on, labor.
People be the angry man. The hell? I can keep going. That man got butter biscuits. What happened? Them biscuits is butter. Let's get to that. What happened? Pop out, too, angry man. Quiet man. Pop out. Pop out.
Cuda.
You from Brooklyn by way of Alabama. Fall back, sir.
I disagree with you.
Fall back, sir. Fall back. How about that? I'll give you one buttered biscuit right there. What happened?
Hey, PZ ain't going. PZ ain't going to say Jesse Lee Peterson. What
Jesse
about him,
Lee.
Otis?
Who is that? I'm sorry. I'm slow.
PZ, you ain't going.
Otis.
Who's
Come
that?
on, Otis.
I'm for real. Refresh my memory. I'm being honest. Who is that? I don't know everything.
Teen Cancer with 100 joules.
Man, Otis full of shit.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Otis full of shit. But I ain't. Hey, but Otis, you cool with me? I ain't never thought I'd see the day, old Otis. I ain't never thought I'd see the day, old Otis. Give on up.
Why? Because I don't know who Jesse Peterson is. I'm about to look him up now because I don't know. I'm serious.
They done got Otis. They done got Otis, y'all. They done got Otis.
Hold on, Jesse Lee Peterson.
Chaotic Truth is another one.
Oh, him! Oh my God! I gotta look at this picture.
They done got Otis, y'all. I think he trying to sign the coon contract.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I ain't, hey Cody, I ain't worried about you, bro. You cool. Keep it off you, man. But listen, this Peterson guy, to me, I put him on the same scale as your damn Tatum. Do I agree with everything he says? Hell no. I've seen a lot of his interviews. He interviewed people and all that. He tried to catch them on certain spots and with wordplay and all that. I give him that. I don't agree with a lot of things he says. I don't, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a coon because I do agree with some of the things he says. Like I agree with some of the things that Officer Tatum says. Like I agree with some of the things Sharon say. Not saying I'm calling Sharon a coon, but my point is you could have discernment or you could have disagreements with people and still quote unquote rock with them and not call them crazy names like a coon or a sellout or they're pandering, all that type of stuff. To me, I could look past all that. You
saying that stuff, those things don't exist, right?
Hold on, Cody. Hold on, Cody. Hey, Uda. So you said angry man. We said Jesse Lee Peterson. We also said Officer Tam. You got to give them one more because this is crazy. Who else you got?
Hold on, let's figure out if he
slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
That's messed up. Damn, Uda.
Y'all done slapped on Uda,
You
man.
need to shut your damn mouth sometime. God damn it. Shit.
Oh,
Corey
man.
Burner's goddamn mouth. Corey Loveburner said, drop Uda for 5 seconds for the angry man slander. LOL. What happened, Uda?
That's funny. I love this, man. I love it. That's funny. That's crazy.
He said only 5 seconds, Uda, so you good.
Oh,
Damn,
man.
yo, that was funny as hell, Corey. I ain't gonna hold you. That was funny, Corey. I'ma chill, Corey. I'ma chill.
Shout
I
out
will
to
find
PJ.
another clue to bring up.
I see you, OG.
Chaotic
I
Truth.
see you. Chaotic Truth
We
is
on
another
chaotic
one.
truth. I'm gonna leave him be.
No, see, I wouldn't call I wouldn't call Chaotic Truth a coon. I would call Chaotic Truth the #1 professional troller. He's good at what he does. He can keep a straight face, and he says the most outlandish things. And I don't believe he believes half that shit. He don't believe that, but he says it with a straight face to invoke conversation. That's it. I wouldn't call him a coon. So that's what I'm saying. People just throw words around.
They got him. They got him. He might already put the app in.
Look at that white man say, you look so beautiful.
He might already put the app in, man. I don't know. Check his phone. Check his phone.
Get off your boy. Get off your boy. Come on, man. I just keep it real, man. I'm just keeping it real. I ain't even mad at your assessment, though. I love these conversations. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all don't understand calling folks coons. That shit lands, man. And to me, that's just a powerful. You got to be careful with these words y'all throwing around.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, it might be justified, but again,
I got you on that.
I got you.
I got you, Corey Love. Thank you so much. Yeah. Shout out to Corey Love. Salute to him. Everybody go watch Corey Love. He's great. He's the messy pastor now, but Corey Love is all good. Otis, so now you definitely got to define what coon is.
Yeah, bro.
Because we thought a bunch of different names, and you
I don't think he thinks they exist, Big Dog. I don't think he think it's a thing.
I believe it's a thing, but Chaotic Truth, I can't call him a coon. I can't call Angry Man a coon. I can't. I can't call the Peterson guy a coon. I can't. I cannot. Sorry. I can't. Are they gaslighters a lot? Are they, well, I wouldn't say they, I would definitely call CT a troll. But yeah, I can honestly say, and I'll take all the blame and I'll take all the criticism. They say some things, and I'm not going to put it on a percentage basis, but they say some things that I can definitely concur with.
We know who's not. Who is one? Or define it for us so we can understand that, your point of view.
What do you mean? You say what?
He said he can't think of one.
Like either say somebody that's an example or define it. Oh, Cellulite Podcast. Is he one?
What, a coon? Oh my God.
You say they all died in the 80s, Big Dog.
Who said that?
Otis.
No, I don't believe Cellulite is a coon. I believe he's an asshole, but I don't think he's a coon. He's definitely an asshole based on what he tried to do to me on your show, trying to dox me. But he's definitely an ass.
So what is in your eyes you could define as a coon then?
Great question. I can't. But the names you named are not coons to me. Sorry. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. What I was going by is just the needle of how people just you just make content centered to certain ways, always kicking in the backs of Black people. You never want to highlight them in any good or positive way, even though we understand that we have some negativities, we have some degeneracies that we have, but also that doesn't speak to the whole. There's many people that are not. There's many people that are good examples of Black people, but people never speak to those points. They only want to go to the less of us and put that as the whole and make it the more of us when it's not. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about things like that, I think like those things, you know what I'm saying? Besides the person just being against the person that's Black and they Black, you know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. But
so
people never highlight nothing positive within us when we got so many positive things that could represent us. You know what I mean? I think we all need to look towards those positive things and, you know what I mean, let it inspire us as well to be better, you know what I mean? So,
I don't know, man. I don't know, because based on what you just said, and let me interpret it and let me break it down in my mind. When a person of color makes a statement disparagingly about, I think I just made up a word, disparagingly, whatever, about another person within the same race, and it is possibly true. It's true, for example, or I mean, I can give a lot of examples. Black folks do this, black folks do that. I'm not going to start naming them because I want to start going down the rabbit hole. We know that to be true. We know there are some bad black folks out here who handle themselves crazy, do stupid shit. We know this. So when an angry man or a CT brings that up, especially CT in a joking manner, or especially John Galt, when he says, "You blacks," I understand that what they're saying, they're going down that rabbit hole deep. They're using that trope a little bit strong, but I cannot say that they're coons because some of the stuff they're saying is actually true. There are some degenerate black folks. We know them. So when they talk about,
so you said, hold on. So hold on. You said, are you defining a coon as somebody that has to lie on black people?
They have to lie on black people. They have to say,
because I'm not understanding why. Anybody that's going to be disingenuous, they always add a little truth in there just so you could listen for a little bit, and then they're going to just start lying and narrative paint.
I disagree about the lie part. Now it might fit to some of them. They might, again, I don't listen to them enough to even comment on what you're saying. I'm just going off.
I think you looking past the never mentioning the positive part.
I got you
on purpose.
Cody, great point. I'm not bypassing it, and that's my whole point. I've heard CT say some good things about the black people. He's not necessarily just saying all negative things about blacks. It's part of his trope. It's part of his show. Like John Galt, it's part of his show. It gets the people coming in. But my question is this, not to turn this into another question. I believe in my heart, I'll say this. If something was to happen within our race, I do not see CT or John Galt or a Cellulite or a what's that guy named Peterson. I don't see them not being on the front line. I can honestly visualize them being on the front line with us. I really do. That's one of my So do y'all not see them being on the front line for a big cause that us people come together to fight against the enemy? You don't see them being on the front line. Now call me naive. I don't see them not I don't see them not disappearing and then fading to the black, especially CT for an example. I see him on the front line too. I visualize that. I could be wrong. Now y'all tell me. And it's just my assessment. Call me naive. That's my assessment.
Yeah, the only way any of those people that you said was going to go to the front lines is the white man tell them to come to the front line with them. That is the only way. That is the only way. Welcome to the show, OG Do Dirty. Good day, sir. How you doing? What's your thoughts?
What up, man?
Chilling, bro. I'm catching up, bro. I just heard that little last part, bro. I believe, bro, that you give people the coon title, bro, when they do, like what Sharon and Oda was saying, bro. It's all about what they say and their actions. Actions go with what they say. Now, if they're not doing that, then I can understand where Otis is coming from. But if I can see you doing it in your actions too, then I would think that's why people are calling you that.
Okay, great point. Now, not asking you, OG, that I'm asking the panel, and you can answer it as well. Tell me or show me where the names that we named, the Angry Mans, the CTs, the Cellulites, are actually showing action of them being coons.
It's whether you name anything, like how I named Angry Man in there, you know what I'm saying? Because Angry Man's a black man, and at the end of the day, he got a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He came from Islam or God body backgrounds, whatever. I think Islamic backgrounds as well. Though, you know what I mean? People been around a lot of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But yet, I understand that we have degeneracies as a people, right? But when there's a chance that we actually highlight.
Hey, Udo, Islam got white people too.
They do, bro. I ain't mad. Malcolm had to go take a trip. Malcolm had to take a trip, homie. He came back on Elijah Muhammad's body. So I get it. Bro. But I'm just saying, as far as you know how them brothers, I'm from New York. So you know how the brothers used to kick it with you. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it's to go. So I get it. A lot of the knowledge of self and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I understand. But when it came to Pearl Davies, what had happened? It was a bunch of. Let me chill for Corey. Hoop me again. Let me chill. Let me just leave it be, Corey. Let me just chill. But like I'm saying though, I think it's a consistency. I don't think it's just a one-off thing. Like if a person just speaking about black people and they're black and stuff like that, because you know what I mean, you could say and highlight anything that's true. If there's a truth there, there's a truth. But when we see a pattern of how people are moving and the way they pushing out, you could start to say, the hell going on? But you might say a person is, if you was on the other side of a person cooning on you, you might say, you's a coon, homie. You know what I'm saying? If you're on that other side of that fence or that finger pointing at you, you might be easier to say it. You know what I mean? Because who feels it knows it. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so this is how I feel about this whole coon conversation, man. I think we should stop the name calling and actually hold people accountable for the words that they actually say. Like the name calling, it's just what it comes down to. I guess a tick for tat. I'd rather someone stand up and say, I disagree with Angry Man. I disagree with this person because they made this amount of point. The name calling, proving that they are a coon is almost impossible because most of these words we're not even using the way that they was quote unquote designed. But the idea of just name calling them and just trying to belittle them because we disagree with what they agree with, I just think it's distasteful from my opinion.
I could agree with you there.
But
Great point.
But no, but that's only if we think that calling any of those people coons because we disagree with them. That's not the reason why we call them a coon. It's not because of the disagreement. It's their stance on how they see everything negative about black folks.
Well, no, like so for example, Chaotic Truth did a whole live about the white man that deleted his family, called him on fire, and talk about the degeneracy in white people. To me, just because you point out black issues, especially if you point out other race issues too, at this point, are you holding degeneracy accountable or are you quote unquote cooning, right? And I get that we don't like when black people hold other black people accountable, but I can say I'm okay with saying they have degenerate behavior because that can be proven. But the idea of the name calling is what I disagree with. But like I said, that's to each his own. Everybody can look at that whole situation different.
Yeah,
no, but so pointing out bad situations in the neighborhood is one thing, but when you are attacking the black neighborhood, that is a different story. We cannot act as if these people just talk about the negativity in the black neighborhood in a productive way where they said this is what we need to fix. Though they are talking about it in an attacking way, a condescending way. They're not talking about it in a productive way of how we need to improve. They saying that we bad and we horrible and we ain't gonna never be able to fix it. We ain't gonna never be able to do these things. And they and they rhetoric, they thumbnails, and a depiction of black people is always at the bottom. They don't have
That's why I'm asking. I don't know if you watch Chaotic Truth lately, right? I don't know if you watched him lately. But just what I saw just yesterday, for example, he was going after why black Americans are actually at the top of the totem pole. He said that we always painted typically by tethers, which is interesting coming from Chaotic Truth. But he was holding a tether, in his words, I'm using his words, accountable for the simple fact that they always painted that we're not successful. He pointed out the success of security bosses, pointing out the people that's being successful. I know we don't see it a lot, but I also see him talk about the good in the black community. It's just typically those type of videos he do are very low videos, in my opinion.
PZ ain't going, okay, cool. Anti-black, is it? So how about that? Do we know anybody that's anti-black? That is black.
Yeah, I can say we can see some people anti-black, but I think the people like, let me give you an example. I don't think
can we call black people that are anti-black, can we call them coons?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that we can take an Anton Daniels, we can take an angry man, we can take a chaotic truth who's creating black families and call them anti-black. That's just like I get that we don't agree with them. I get that they have
No, but it's
a
not
hard
that we.
way.
But but you
It's
saying the
not
premise
about
as because
that.
we don't agree with him. Yeah, that's the wrong premise.
It's not
That he
about that.
making monkey sounds, but when we having a disagreement, he make monkey sounds. That is
Yeah, and that's
beyond a
bullshit
It's
disagreement.
anyway. Because
entertainment value, man. See now, so now y'all
aren't
taking this
any
out of his show.
let me
Now
ask this question real quick, big dog. Any family that a black man make is a black family.
Damn.
Yep.
yeah.
So why? So you can't use that's a bullshit argument to even use that they creating black families. Every black man out here creating family is creating black family. But so whether he be pro black or anti black.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that I think it'd be distasteful if I say that Sharon is not pro-black, even though he hold black men accountable, right? Or he don't believe in the black cause. Like when we talk about people that are degenerate in our community, that doesn't mean that we have a problem with black people in our community. We're just pointing out a small secular, and I can see that. And sometimes we say, well, why do you point them out in that way? I know that we believe that maybe it's distasteful, but I think we just give out this coon title a little bit too easy. But that's just my opinion.
I got
I
you.
agree
If
with
you black and you don't want your kids playing with black kids, you don't want your kids going to school with black kids. 85% of your friends are others, and goddamn me, the 10% of the 15% is your kinfolks and cousins and brothers and shit. Big dog, you
now, based on
anti
what you just
something,
said, Cody.
and you
Now,
anti self, you anti black, you anti something.
Yeah, I get it, but that's what I'm saying. I just think that's not
who
chaotic
fits
true
that bill,
story.
though?
I
Everybody just
get what
said who fits that bill.
Do you
I
know
get.
chaotic truth? Hold on,
No,
Nate. Do
I'm
you
saying
know
we ain't even
chaotic
got to
truth?
make it about chaotic truth, because
But do you know chaotic truth,
that's
though?
just
Do
a
you know
point
it?
he want to stand on because he feel
How
like he
long have
knows
you known
something.
chaotic
I'm
truth?
saying overall,
How long?
Okay,
How
go
long
ahead,
have you
bro.
known chaotic truth? I met him over 10 years ago. He used to come to my channel, literally. My channel, my first channel was monetized in 3 weeks. He used to come to my channel, come around with the same dumb shit. At the end of the day, when are you gonna call a leopard when we start seeing spots? Because I know him longer than you do. That's a fact. I've been on YouTube way before you ever came here. That's a fact.
but they don't
So
want to call
a
no
lot of these
names
people you
though,
can't tell
Buddha.
me about. I've known and seen these people. I was around when Kevin was alive, all of that. I was outside on these YouTube streets with my
Okay,
YouTube feet, busting it.
I give
So
you
I've
that.
been
So,
out
so,
here.
so you got
But
10
they
years
don't
For my
want to
of
people,
call
knowing
no
these
names
people.
though,
plenty of
Uda.
my
They don't
people.
want you to say that these dudes are lame. They don't want you to get what I'm saying. They want to get you away from calling them any kind of names. Just let them be dudes. Just dudes living on earth. They don't want you to be called no name. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I watch people, right, kicking the backs of black people any day. And then you get around white people, and you just lift them up. You know what I'm saying? You ever see Princess in the Mario Brothers 2? When the princess just lifts up, Mario Brothers 2, you're like, all right, if you want to lift for white people, Hispanic people, everybody, then lift it all up. I'm not a racist person, so I'm not knocking that. But I'm not going to be kicking down the backs of my own people and then to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that is where we got start to say, like, okay, let's like how we take Pearl Davis. Look how people treated her with kid gloves. You know what I'm saying? People lifted her up. They was making defenses for her. And at the same breath, they're like, yo,
And
this
she
is the,
throwing haymakers at their ass
you know what I
while
mean?
they
But when it comes
being
to the
all
black
soft
women,
and
you kicking
friendly.
their back and beating them down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
She throwing
Like, what
haymakers and
happened?
leaving black guys and Uncle Do Nots on top of their goddamn head. But
She
they
said
being
slavery
all
was
friendly and
embellished.
soft with the pale little girl. But then soon the black woman show up on the counter, they get to going straight out, bitch, what the hell you doing? Bitch, you them kids in there hungry, bitch, and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They go straight there.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to things like that, I know that people do it for grifts, they do it for money, but that's your own integrity that you're losing. You're risking your own integrity to do it, whether you're doing it for money, you're doing it for clicks and views, you're doing it to get large on internet, whatever you doing it for, that's your integrity that's going
Little
out the
white
window and
bitch
taking
playing
effect.
in your face.
You know what I'm
Little
saying?
white bitch playing in your face. Started slapping you hard as she can. and telling you she playing. I was just bullshitting nowhere.
They accept it too.
So like, okay, so I'm trying to understand. So basically, so when I'm saying hold them accountable for the worst that's coming out of their mouth, right? We agree with that part, right? First,
No,
Anyone, any of
no,
us.
no, I don't.
And that's real
I
bad.
do not agree. I don't agree with that, bro, because I hate when people say
We heard
that
the
all the
words you
time.
said, D.
We can't hold people accountable, bro. What you can do is have a conversation with them and show them where they messed up, or where you believe that they messed up, or where their logic is faulty, right? But what you can't do is try to get somebody you can't get nobody to hold themselves accountable. They got to do that themselves. That's a self thing, sir. They got to recognize that. I get tired of people on the internet always saying we come up here to hold people accountable. No, you come up here to expose the things that they say, or the lack of the lack of their knowledge, right, of whatever they're talking about. But they are gonna have to be the one to accept that accountability and then go forward from there. You can't do nothing as a content creator. You can't do nothing as a panelist. You can't do nothing as a person in the chat. It's
that's
simple
not
as that.
true.
I've been seeing this over YouTube. People been trying to do it for years, bro. When I first came here, I seen people trying to do it, and I thought it was the stupidest thing ever, bro. Because you can't get nobody to do something for themselves, because you ain't autonomous, bro. You're not Jesus.
Well, let me ask this question.
You can't go out and do nothing.
I got you. Because based off what you're saying, oh, do dirty. Can the
Oh,
community
do
hold the
dirty.
individual accountable?
That's crazy word.
That's
ahead, bro.
crazy.
What you
So
say, man? Ask the question again, man.
Can the community hold the individual accountable?
No.
If they kick them out the community or something. But look, though, you can mainly only hold accountable people who care about your opinion, though, B-Dog.
Thank you.
No. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do our law and order, our court system hold people accountable?
Yeah, because they can punish them, though.
They can't punish you. So let me ask the question: can you be punished on YouTube by the community?
No.
That's crazy to me. That is
you know how.
Explain to us how, E-Man.
Yeah. Matter of fact, explain before I say something.
So what I'm trying to help people understand is, if a group of people agree that they're going to hold this person accountable, one way of holding them accountable is withholding your support. Withholding your support. If we had 1 million people say, I'm not supporting this, we're holding those people accountable, because they're being punished for what they're doing. Especially if we're looking at it from a monetizing point of view. So this idea that we as a community on YouTube cannot hold people accountable, I think is not true. It's just that we don't agree as a community. That's why individuals typically not held accountable.
No, either, man. You got to think about what you just got through saying. Who holds that power, bro? Is it the people or YouTube?
The people.
To the monetization, sir.
The people.
You think the people holds the monetization?
Absolutely.
You don't believe it's the terms and the conduct that you put yourself on YouTube, sir?
Because the first thing,
you can still get punished, bro, in ways from YouTube, bro, from nudity to the way that you talk, to the way that you say keywords.
I'm not saying that YouTube cannot hold you accountable too.
That's not, but you got to hear out what other people saying, bro. Matter of fact, go ahead and cut me off and tell me what you're gonna say, then I'll tell you after that.
So like I was saying, I'm not saying that YouTube cannot hold you accountable too, but people can hold you accountable too, because they're part of the monetization process.
Okay, but why don't we hold you accountable? Because you're supposed to be the vice president, but you ain't been here. You only come down 1 or 2 times, and I thought you was the vice president of the Trade Channel. And everybody
they did hold me accountable. They impeached me. I got impeached. I was held accountable right over here.
Opportunist, homie. I'm equal smokes. Okay, cool.
I'm just saying, I got held accountable by the SBG game, and I got impeached in real time. They held me accountable, right? That's literally holding me accountable. I ain't even got no title over here no more.
Okay, I got you.
But let me ask you a question. You got impeached, right? So your punishment was because you didn't show up that they took you up out your position, Are you still able to come over here? Ain't you on the panel?
No, I don't have the power I used to. Sharon to tell you, my power is gone over here. And I would be cutting y'all
Hey,
off. If I
E-Man.
still had my power, y'all
Yeah.
niggas would be able to talk over here. I'm just
That's
letting you
crazy.
know I am
That's
more
crazy.
grateful now that I'm a
Hey.
citizen and I'm not a public figure.
So
Let's
from
be
what,
clear.
so
I
from
got
what I
you.
just
I
so
got
from
you.
what I just got through hearing, it was a good thing that you said. It was funny, but it sounded like Sharon took you out your position, bro. It don't sound like
The
nobody else
people did. No, he did it to vote.
People did, bro. It wasn't Sharon.
It was the people. If it was up to Sharon, I'd be the vice president till Jesus come back. I'm just letting you know. But he
Hey
let the
Sharon,
people
hey
vote.
Sharon, hey Sharon, can we show him what accountability is? Can you put him back in position? Can you make him, even though, look, you the president of this thing, right? You got your people that vetoed him up out of here. Can you bring him back? Can you give him? Can you get that boy another term?
But then the people gonna hold me accountable.
How
they gonna hold you accountable? How they gonna hold you accountable on your own channel, sir?
They can't hold you accountable.
They definitely can hold you accountable.
Stop
By
donating.
not donating, not liking, not watching. That's a punishment. That's like jail. That's YouTube jail. We can start calling that YouTube jail.
Wait. Stop. You believe that if Sharon told either man that he was coming back, that people gonna stop supporting, bro?
Not that example, but
you let other people make your decisions on what you do, bro. I didn't got into it with so many people on here, bro. I done had conversations with so many people. Can't nobody tell me what I can spend my money on. Y'all crazy.
I mean,
we're not crazy.
I'm just telling you like this idea that the people on YouTube cannot hold you accountable. We saw this with what's his name, the guy that was pandering to women.
They can't hold you accountable, sir.
They can't. Hold on, let me tell you.
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson was held accountable by the people. Without a doubt.
But he came back bigger, though. Then he came back bigger.
He did not come back bigger.
Not only that, look, people like Obsidian is held accountable by the people, right? They did what they had to do to get up out of here, right? So
he ain't up there.
Who is that?